Warriors, welcome. There's been a growing number of people lately coming to me, asking me, Dennis, why am I always sick? Or why is my friend or family member always in physical distress? Now, this is a very interesting video today because there are things going on at such a deep subconscious level that many times the person that's getting sick cannot recognize these patterns and habits that are playing out consistently in their lives. So today, I want to go deep. I want to go so deep that you begin to question what's going on in your life if you are in fact stuck in this sick cycle. Now, sickness becomes a way to fill a human need. Ooh, you don't hear that every single day, okay? I'm going to give you a couple examples of these later on, but I want you to first understand that if there is a human need within a person that has not been fulfilled when they were a child, they will continue to look for certain ways to fill that need as an adult. Now, certain human needs can be anything from feeling accepted, not feeling like a mistake, feeling more love from a certain person, these sorts of things. So it's really important to understand that if you've given it everything you have as a child and you've tried to meet this need, and your authority figures are still in a way rejecting you and not helping to meet that need, then you will revert to anything to be able to meet that need. And sickness is what you will revert to. Sickness becomes associated to pleasure. Oh my goodness, Dennis, are you crazy? In what world does sickness and pleasure go together? Well, hear me out. When your mother gets sick, when your father gets sick, all of a sudden you find that you get sick as well at the same time. So now what starts to happen is I have associated sickness to meeting the need of connection and significance, and therefore it is related to pleasure. Many times when I work with people, I really have to be careful when I say the word love. Because love at a conscious level, we understand what love is at a conscious level. It's the red heart, and we see the heart angel, boom, hitting the person, and he's in love and he's all twinkly and whatever. But at an unconscious level, love can mean anything. Love can mean pain. Love can mean suffering. Literally anything. So sickness becomes associated to pleasure rather than pain because, again, it fulfills a need. Sickness also buys us time, so we temporarily don't have to face something. You'll notice that people who are introverts, and all of a sudden they're placed in certain situations, certain environments, where they have to converse with other people, where they have to open up. All of a sudden, the system begins to look for ways to get out of that situation. So you know that dialoguing with your boss isn't going to get it done. You know that talking to your coworker isn't going to get it done. So what will get it done? Well, in some way I've got to be pitied by these authority figures so that I can get out of this situation. So what happens? We go to the very thing that people understand will prevent us from getting into that situation. We get sick. So it buys us time. It helps us to overturn something that we have to face. Sickness becomes in line with a subconscious program. This is called the calling. And so, if as a child you found yourself getting sick again and again and again, And as the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's good and what's bad, it can only go by what's been habit as a child. And this is called the calling. And so what the subconscious mind needs to do is it needs to fulfill that calling constantly as you're going about your life. Now, these are a couple principles related to this theory that I have. And this theory is in fact supported by many, many studies. But I want to give you some real in-depth examples of these warrior. Maybe, comment below, maybe these have been a part of your own life, or maybe you see these patterns in other people's lives. One is the child feels extreme pressure to perform in a test or a competition. The child gets sick and now has a reason not to go and do the test or the competition. Or if he does have to go to the test or competition and he fails, he has a reason. He has an excuse for the failing. You can see how much pressure is being built by this child, right, on the inside to say, ooh, this is good for me and I have to do this. But I'm feeling a tremendous amount of nervousness, pressure within me, and I have to find a way out. And at least if I'm sick and I fail, then I don't have to be so hard on myself. And you can see how the fear of responsibility starts to show up later on in the adult life because of these patterns that were ingrained in childhood. Another example is, like I mentioned, when mom gets sick, so does the child, because now there's a connection between the two. I am connected to mom. If mom gets sick and I don't get sick, that means that I don't love her. I can't have that happen because we are supposed to love our moms. I love my mom. And so this could be a pattern. Another one is that dad neglects me. Dad's always neglected me, so I have to find a way to get his attention. Well, if I'm sick and I'm on the brink of leaving this planet, maybe, just maybe, Dad will stop neglecting me. Is this starting to sound familiar in your life, warrior, or somebody else's life? Understand this. The cycle continues and gets stronger into adulthood as our needs stay the same, but our social circles and our responsibilities change. You can see how there's so many people out in the world that haven't been able to mature out of these cycles and have continued them into adulthood because that is the only way they know how to face these situations. I see it over and over again. And the way through it is to become conscious and aware of it actually happening and to begin placing more pain over having the sickness rather than pleasure. I know this video seems a little bit backwards, but I really want you to take some time and evaluate it today. I really want you to be able to connect it to what may be going on in your life. And sickness just may be a way for you to meet certain needs and to avoid other things in your life that you are scared of facing. Remember, you are more than anxiety. Please like this video, subscribe, and if you have any other questions on the best anxiety programs out there today, head on over to this website right here. Bye-bye.